Who is the most popular Cars character right now in early 2023? Well, the answer is Maddy McGear, believe it or not. Now, a lot of you guys are probably like, what the heck are you talking about, Mr. Docketer? It's always going to be Lightning McQueen or Mater. No ifs, ands, or buts. Well, not according to the statistics right now. So if you guys don't know the story, there was this TikTok trend that basically included the clip of Maddy McGear screaming Lightning McQueen from Cars 3 attached with audio of a song. Really weird, really random. Some random person on TikTok started it and it just blew up, resulting in a lot of people using that same audio sound in their own TikToks, including myself. I did it too, and just receiving millions upon millions of views all combined. Now that led to an instant crave for the diecast Maddy McGear. I mean, this is one of the most highly released characters over the last 6 years since Cars 3 came out. I mean, they've been released in 2017. I mean, pretty much every single year and in multiple different ways, right? So, not a very rare car, not very expensive. No one really cared for her because she pegworms, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, well, she's selling for like $30 a crack now. I mean, this is a car that people could barely sell for $8, including shipping on eBay. Now, if you go and look, first of all, you'll see if you go to sold items that about 50 Maddy McGears sell a day, or at least a week or so ago, it was that way. Probably has slowed down now, but they're selling for like $20 to $30. It's insane to me. What is going on? This doesn't feel like the real world, but it is. And so I figured no better time than right now to review this 2-pack here with Maddy McGear and Kris Revstopski. Now, I originally was planning on reviewing this regardless, but more so for Kris because I don't have the white flag version of her loose. But now the tables kind of changed where I'm kind of reviewing it for Maddy McGear because so many people are into her right now. So yeah, guys, this is a brand new 2023 2-pack hitting Target USA stores at the moment. Obviously, it's been available online through resellers for the last few months, dating all the way back to like November, which is kind of weird. But now it is getting out more in mainstream circulation. It's very similar to the 2-pack release last year with Maddy McGear and Melissa Bernabrake. They love putting Maddy in 2-packs, and honestly, Kris as well. They've both been released in 2-packs before. Kris was previously available with Pat Traxon, the pace car from Cars 3. So yeah, Red Rider's background, pretty nice looking. Got this one back in November. The card's not very good, so I always intended to open this one up. Honestly, should have done it sooner. But now, since the trend's out there, heck of a lot more people actually care about Maddy McGear than they did before. And there's something always that's really not really perturbed me, but just kind of ate away at me about Maddy McGear. And we'll get to that in a little bit here. But of course, as seen in Cars 3, we know that you have this other 2-pack that I probably will review, Harvey Rodcap, Barry the Pedal. You could see that, the blur of it in the background there. This is a good pack, Conrad Camber and Jonas Carvers. I like this one too, Flo and Saludos Amigos Ramon. And honestly, that's a good pack as well, Jet Robinson and Caleb Worley. If you told Mattel to make a 2-pack not from Cars 3, they wouldn't know what to do with themselves. All these are from Cars 3, except for Road Trip McQueen and Road Trip Mater, which is the only other 2023 2-pack so far available. We're getting Red and Stanley in the next case, but that is not out yet. But I'll be right back with these 2 pals. These all opened up. So what could possibly eat away at me regarding this cute little Lightning McQueen fan from Cars 3? And honestly, it's not really even that it's eating away at me. It's just always made me curious. Like, why did they do this? Why did they name her after the voice actress that plays her, Maddy McGear? Now, you guys are probably going to say, they do that all the time. Chase Elliott, Chase Racelet, Daryl Cartrip, Dale Waltrip. Okay, that is a completely different story. Those are not characteristically actors and actresses. They are figures, public figures from other realms, other facets of the cultural zeitgeist, whether it be NASCAR, which typically it is, or Formula One, like Lewis Hamilton. Okay, then you get your own character and you voice them. But Lewis Hamilton is not a voice actor by trade. Chase Elliott is not a voice actor by trade. Owen Wilson is an actor, and they didn't name Lightning McQueen Owen Wilson, right? They didn't clarify his name. So why did they do that with Madeleine McGraw is beyond me. She is, a growing, aspiring actress. She's been in other things, but it's not like she's this like NASCAR driver that I don't know. It's always just kind of made me curious. Maybe it's because she's like a minor character, so I don't know. Think about that, guys. Let me know in the comment section below what you think. But there she is in the movie. She appears multiple times, of course. And there is a variation of her at the end of the film where she has a 51 hat in addition. And they did do that one in the fan favorites line. And then you have Kris Revstopski. I'll try and find one with the yellow, I am colorblind, the white flag. Something kind of tells me that she doesn't appear in the film with all these colors. I mean, green, yellow, checkered, and white. That's kind of excessive, but who knows? Maybe she does. I'll try and find a picture of her with it. All right, we're going to start, though, by reviewing Maddy here. I do actually already have a Thailand variant of her loose. Not sure where I got it. Maybe it was in the Bubba Wheelhouse pack, the 5-pack last year. Very well could be. I don't know. Doesn't really matter. Either way, we're going to do a nice little review comparison with that Thailand version and then even her Chinese version dating all the way back to 2017 that came with this bonus collector card. So she's had her nice little smile expression looking straight ahead. I always kind of call that robotic, but it works on her for sure. We all kind of have a new appreciation for Maddy McGear now because of her recent boost in popularity. But truly, she is a really nicely done diecast, very accurate to the movie. She's a completely unique model, despite, you could be reminded of Matthew True Blue McCrew with the size, or Chucky, even Courtney Bracken, who's a McQueen fan as well. But she is her own model, not to say that there won't be like a similar model to her released in the future. But right now, she's the only one rocking whatever this little smart car is. She also has some really cool accessories here. You have the Lightning McQueen 95 fan flag on her right side here, which looks really good. Clean, crisp, sturdy, a little bendy, as it should be. She's got the bolts on either side on her side view mirrors, which look really good. It's like, honestly, a mini Brian Parks Motors because she's got so much. And then the 95 swivel into her roof there. So even if they do another model of, this car, it's not going to have all the holes needed for these accessories. So she's going to be unique regardless. Yeah, I like the red rims. Let's see when she was made. R37A, the 37th week of 2022. Let's see when this one was made. So M29. Oh, so this was definitely not the Bubba Wheelhouse pack because that was a long time ago. That was several years ago. Dang, I'm racking my brain right now trying to figure out where she came from. You know what? Maybe she came. Oh, yeah. It had to have been in a 2-pack with Melissa Bernabreak. Oh, yep. That's told. Yep. M28, M29. Yep. I figured it out. So what was that? 2020? I think so. Yeah. Oh, no. That was like maybe late 2019 when Blue Desert just started. Yeah, I think that was actually it. She was in the same case as Eli Turnpike. Yeah, I think so. I think I'm getting it. The memory's coming back. California license plate that reads "Da Kid." Good stuff. "Da" obviously supposed to mean the or the. Yeah, I mean, pretty simple car, no decals. So can't really screw that up. The eyes look good. And almost identical to the Chinese version. A little shinier, a little glossier, Almost looks like she's coated in some sort of glaze. Excuse me. This pole here on the left, our left, her right, is a little like more gunmetal gray. I think it looks a little bit better. It looks a little bit real, more real compared to that. Looks more plasticky. The trim on these bolts, that red trim's a little thinner. I do have to say I like this 95 hat better. Like the trim around it looks cleaner, whereas you can see here the yellow kind of spills over the trim. So yeah, I mean, China still has some ups on it. I think the rims look better. The license plate is clearer. But hey, this was a long time ago. We are now in an era of Thailand, and we're not going back. We are not going back, despite everybody's wishes and aspirations. We're not going back. Now, at the end of the video, I will pull out Carney Breakin' and the other version of Maddy McGear, and we could do a little fun bonus comparison at the end. If you stick around, though, you gotta stick around. We don't give out any free rides here. Anywho, here is Kris Revstopski. Now, this white flag version has been released before. It's not exclusive or new to this 2-pack. I just never got around to getting one because, frankly, as I've said before, but sometimes it comes to bite me in the butt, I don't review plastic, but here we are. When I say that, I don't I don't like these cars or whatnot, but I just try to make it so when I review something, it's meaningful. It's adding value to your day. You're deriving some sort of information or enjoyment from it. But if it's just me saying like, oh yeah, look, here's a new plastic piece. Oh, it's a different color, but everything else is the same. Yeah, it's like, does it really bring anything? Am I really adding anything to the YouTube library? That's what I kind of debate about. But of course, here we are, and I do think that this is a very worthy video. We haven't touched on these characters in a while, so I think this is actually, a good decision on my part to review them. But yeah, all right, first off, you could see that they're obviously different colors, but they're the same shape. Like if you put them side by side, they would mesh together nicely. However, all the previous flags have had this white pole. Now she's got more of a silver pole, which I have to say, that looks better. It looks a lot better. It's a nice contrast to the white. However, the most recently released version of her is this one in late 2021, the same case as Millie. So it seems like they've reverted, back to the white after doing the silver one. I think this one came out in 2020. Excuse me. Yeah, this one came out in like late 2019, early 2020. This one came out in like late 2020. This one late 2021. And now we're back to this one in early 2023. That's a lot of 2020s. I don't even know who I'm reviewing. It's like the multiverse of madness here. There's so many of them. Of course, we have the elephant in the room, the Chinese version of Kris Revstopski that came out in late 2017 with that bonus collector card. And this is when they really didn't know what they were doing and made her the same model as Dexter Hoover just because they're both flag wavers. But that is very, very stereotypical. Mattel, come on, you know that not all flag wavers are the same model. But actually, in fact, they are. You got Dexter Hoover's model wrong for the last 14 years, something like that. So yeah, it's kind of funny how that worked out. They haven't done Dexter. Well, they did do Dexter last year and they still got him wrong. Isn't that just so odd? Yeah, Dexter should be this model with the covered bed. Believe it or not, yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that is how he should be. It's interesting though. It's kind of cool to have this almost looks like a different character. But I do like the expression on this one quite a bit more. It's definitely a little more jubilant. But it's the only time they did a checkered flag on Kris Revstopski. So maybe they'll eventually do one in this position, in this model. I do have to say, though, I love that you don't have to wedge this flag into the side view mirror because it's a pain. It barely gets in there. It barely comes out. And also, the decal on the flag is, look how horrible that is. It looks like... I don't even want to try and describe what happened to that. It's so mangled. You could even feel how bad it is. So, yeah, I definitely am down for these Thailand flags. And I really do like the updated model, of course. I love the red rims. They look really good. The expression's still solid. It's a nice crispy white. The blue stripes, official. Obviously, you got the plastic. This is all plastic from here on back. This is die cast in the front portion of her. When was she made? R37A, again, made in Thailand, obviously. But yeah, I'm so happy that they corrected her, honestly. It was really quite a delight when the first version of this came out. Let's zoom in, actually. Her license plate is CO8-16F. Can't read the text above it. Maybe the Chinese version can help out with that. No, what do you know? The Chinese version of her is a completely different license plate. B Wavy 8. Wow, I know it's B Wavy B? I can't really tell. And also, if you noticed, this whole decal here that says official is not on the Thailand version. And I think I'm going to give the benefit of the doubt. We never really see the back of Kris. And I think that the Thailand version is 100% accurate in every way, even I would assume down to the license plate. That's one thing that Thailand has typically gotten a little bit better than China did, is just accuracy. Now, their execution might be spotty, but in terms of, accuracy, they do a pretty gosh darn good job. And wow, that license plate looks way better than this one. Look at that, guys. This green one looks tremendously better. Let's take a look at the yellow one here. Now, the yellow one's not good either, which is funny. I think because the green one came out first when Thailand just kind of started off a year or so into their reign, and it's only gotten worse since then. So that's a little concerning, but I do think some of the cars that they've done lately are pretty solid in terms of quality, relative to where they started back in 2018, late 2018. So yeah, I'm happy with it. I'm glad to have this variant now loose, because it's not just like an accessory or anything. I mean, it's stuck in her, it is part of her. They don't call her, though. They've never said, whenever they would release Dexter Hoover, they'd say Dexter Hoover with yellow flag, Dexter Hoover with green flag, Dexter Hoover with checkered flag. With Kris Revstopski, they're like, I don't even care. Whatever. They'll figure it out. We don't have to remind them. And honestly, I have to say, that's why, I miss getting this variant when it originally came out. Or I think I, got it, kept it in the package, but I didn't go out of my way to get another one to open. Probably because, I got so much stuff on my mind, I'm not really paying attention to the fact that there's a new color on this one, Kris Revstopski. And so I really do think that I don't even want to say, is it laziness or is it a conscious decision to not call out the flag anymore? They've been doing that a lot more with variants lately, especially the more minor ones. And even then, are they really that minor? Like Miles Axelrod with microphone. Just call him Miles Axelrod. Just release the regular Miles Axelrod in the same case as him and call it the exact same thing, so they're on the pegs at the same exact time with the same exact artwork, so they don't even know the difference between the two of them. I don't know. I think that's how you market to the more casual collector, by being a little bit more descriptive like that. But that's just me, because people like me and you guys who are more intense collectors, I don't know. I hope I have some casual people out there too. Not always going to pick up on those little details. So I don't know, if I was in charge over at Mattel, or at least helping, if I had the voice, I'd do things so much differently. And I know we don't know. We probably know a minuscule percentage of what actually goes on over there. But what we end up receiving, I don't know. Sometimes I get a little questionable. But you guys know it's Tuesday. Had to go into a rant. But it's now time for the bonus content. So, of course, we have the Cars 2 version of Maddy, basically, Courtney Bracken. I do have to say I like Courtney a lot more. But hey, maybe that's literally just because he was only released once as a chase in 2012 and is quite a rare release. Honestly, hey, that is very important in determining our favorite sometimes, is exclusivity, elusiveness. Race Damage Mood Springs would not be so many people's favorite car if it was only released, if it wasn't only released one time, there are cars I can think of that have been released so many times that people like them less and less and less, it happens quite a bit. Here is the fan favorites version of Maddy McGear that has a different expression and now a headband with the 51 added. So instead of this just being kind of solo drilled in her, it's a headband, which is cool. It's one of the few fan favorite releases that actually appears in the movie. There's a couple, and this one was made in China. It snuck in right before they switched over to Thailand. Well, for fan favorites, they were actually Vietnam. And even more bonus, I have a prototype of this one, an engineering prototype that has the code on there, 265. And I even have a full-blown prototype of Maddy McGear that's lime green that I will do in a prototype prestige episode someday, hopefully within the next year or so. Not within the next few episodes, because I already have all those recorded, but after that is definitely on my list to do. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Again, the rant, I mean, like, what the hell, Mattel? These things just bother the crap out of me when you don't label things that you used to do. It's literally 8 more characters on the name tag with flag. I guess it would be with, like, white flag, but you know what I mean, Mattel. You could even put W/ and we'd be okay with it. Alright guys, let me know in the comments, who do you prefer, Maddy McGear or Kris Revstopski? I will see you very soon for another video. Bye now.